Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back, welcome back. Give me a second. Let me put you onto this one. I know the stream keeps cutting out and cutting in. I'm just playing around with some stuff. So give me a second to set everything up, you know. Don't get your panties in a bunch, you know. You can Hakuna your tatas. Everything will be fine. I just want to get this live dashboard done. Okay, I think everything is stable for now. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah, okay, audio seems to be here. And let me close this. Let me close this. Okay. And open RMXP, that will be fine as well. So what's up guys, welcome back, welcome M channel, welcome Aaron, welcome Professor Jigs. I see a lot of familiar names, which is always nice. Thank you guys for joining. Glad you could make it this week. Today I am planning to do some actual work, unlike last time. Last time was just, you know, a random thing in the middle of the week for fun. But today definitely some work. And I've had this conversation on Discord about potential stuff to work on EBS as well. And I'm actually going to test something out. I have an idea for something. I'm going to see how this plays out. I need to find an event with shadow Pokemon, and I have no idea where those are. I think yeah, I think it's one of these, right? I don't know if I've changed up. Oh boy. I'm not sure if I changed those guys up. My PBS. What has? Just put this dude here. Okay, I can get rid of this guy. Right, so it's actually concerning shadow Pokemon. So I have an idea of an animation I want to do when it comes to this. We'll see how this goes, how this plays out. Hey Andarms, hey, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you can make it. Hopefully this won't bore you out of your mind. I'm getting terrible frame rates. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's bad. And this guy's not shadow. I don't think. I think I've changed it. Oh no, okay. This dude is a shadow. Okay, but the frame rates are awful. I just want to say that in advance. By the way, quick question. Do you know how to make an event be animated? Like, for example, a water fountain or waterfall. Events, when you're talking about events, the animations you can have are the stop animations. So if you turn this on for the stop animation, actually let me demonstrate it with the guys. So it's basically going to take your character set into play. Again, like with everything else, RMXP does have a hard limit when it comes to events. So what you can do is, if you want to have events animated like this, you give them a stop animation, and you can actually give them a direction fix. So this way, whichever like point you approach them from, it's not going to change their orientation, so the animation is going to play out constantly. But the stop animation is, oh wow, bad frame rates. The stop animation is what's going to cause them, you know, to animate like this. I don't think this is ideal for when it comes to things like fountains, because these animations, like the frame cycling is kind of slow. I think it's 1/4 of a second, so every 10 frames or something like that, the image cycles. The better way to approach this is, I think, would be through auto tiles. And if you look at this one right here, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is the fountain water auto tile. So this one you can have many more auto tiles, many more frames to your animation, And yeah, I mean, you already have an example for a fountain, so, and a second fountain, and one here and one there. So if you were doing that, I know again RMXP limits how many auto tiles you can have per tile set, but you're just going to have to be creative when it comes to things like this. I don't know what else to recommend. I haven't like looked at the scripts in depth, you know, to be able to tell you how to speed everything up, but any change you would apply to just that, you know, the fountain tile and the fountain event would actually be applied to everything else. So I'm not sure it's very wise, you know, to be messing about with those. Anyway, hopefully that gives you some closure. Yeah, like M Channel says, and I'm pretty much echoing what he's saying as well. Yeah, auto tiles I think are better for that kind of stuff. But yeah, so what was I going to do? Okay, to put it very simply, I'm going to use a temporary graphic for now, something I already have. Oh, I can use this, right? It's nice and red. This is going to provide a nice contrast. So what I was thinking of for the shadow Pokemon, I have, you know, I have played Colosseum, but that was a while back. I don't remember anything from the game, and I've only played it once and not really properly, and I can't even remember if I finished the whole game. But when it comes to the shadow Pokemon, if I remember correctly, when they're on the screen, they have those particles like coming out of them, you know, to signify that they're shadows. Essentials does this, but it only gives that, you know, that like shiny animation at the beginning. Ooh, excuse me. It's not very in-depth. So since I have my my thing here for these anyway, oh boy, I'm going to put it in this bracket, and I'm actually going to have to consult my Excel file. Let me just get my spreadsheet. I don't know which one. I have to think this may be the right one, and I'm getting terrible frame drops. Should be somewhere shadow. Can't see it. Use item, powder, attract, parental bond, shadow. Okay, so it's just shadow. That's fine. So I'm going to put it right here, and this is going to skip over the common animation for shadow, and instead I'm going to make a new set of particles in the actual sprite handling portion of the Pokemon sprite, which should be interesting. I don't know how how well this is going to end up being, but I do have something. I don't want the particles to show up before the Pokemon gets sent in. So if the shadow is not there, the particles are not going to be there. And I think for the shadow I have, all right, this was again for play testing something else. Shadow. If show shadow, so I guess I could use this. Show shadow. Probably. Yeah, probably. I'm pretty sure I have something else as well. I can't see. This is the thing. This is why you comment your code because it's been a longest time since I've made this dynamic sprite thingy. Show shadow. Okay, shadow. Pokemon still is sub lock. I don't remember what that does. Is low. I think loaded as well. I think probably loaded is what I want to handle. Okay, thanks. The real does help. Hey Trevor, welcome. I've seen some of Lucas' posts in various forums, but he seemed to come off as a bit of an ass. Yeah, you know, that's what happens. Well, I mean, satire and sarcasm doesn't translate very well in a written medium. I don't know, you know, yeah, I get what you mean, and I do agree with you. I do end up being an ass a lot of the times, and I really don't mind. I don't care, to be honest. I just speak my mind when I feel it's time to be spoken. And depending on, and also like when it comes to your exposure with me, it depends on the forum you see me at. Like I was towards my end of days, you know, at Poke Community, I was very, 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 how should I say, bitter when it comes to everything on the forums. So yes, I was being an ass a lot. But I do like these streams. These streams are more, you know, casual, chill, laid back. You got that nice jazzy music in the background, and I do like it. And it also, seriously, you have no idea. I do, when I make stuff like this, and my general shtick when it comes to the Pokemon stuff, I do appreciate feedback, and I do like feedback when it comes to that. And I feel the live streams are a great way to accomplish just that, because it gives you real-time interaction with the people. And in case I do want to like demonstrate something, it's much easier for me, of course, to, you know, go into the scripts and actually write something and show you guys how it works, instead of trying to go, you know, behind a wall of IM and messages and blah 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 blah. So I do like the live streams a lot. I feel it's way more laid back. And yeah, of course, atmosphere much better here. But yeah, on the forums I can be a dick. Yeah, that's a fair point. He's just telling how it is. Are Colosseum and XD worth playing? So I haven't played XD, but this should tell you a lot. Well, maybe not. Actually, maybe not. But when it comes to me, I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of Colosseum, so I never got the urge to play XD. So, you know, I don't know. It was like at the beginning, you know, oh my god, having a proper Pokemon game in 3D, you know, actually being able to move about, having a region, catching and battles and stuff like that. It all seemed cool, but in the end, I don't know, for me it wasn't very worth it. I didn't get the satisfaction or the reward I was actually looking for, so I don't know. I wouldn't say the games are bad. I can't speak for XD. I've played only Colosseum. I wouldn't say Colosseum was bad, but at the time I was also not a fan of double battles, and Colosseum was pretty much, you know, just forcing you to use double battles, and I don't know. It wasn't my cup of tea, to put it bluntly. I'm kind of more sometimes on the forums. That's, well, you know, you'd be surprised how many times I was surprised by this general stupidity of some posts. And I don't know, I don't think it's very taboo to expect people, you know, to actually work on their game. When they say, oh my god, I'm working on a game, I'm making a game, then make it. I don't feel it's very taboo when it comes to stuff like that. And a lot of the times on Poke Community especially, the amount of uninformed and also noobs that just come there, you know, for one or two off posts where they want to either recruit a team or they just want stuff to be done for them. It's not very healthy for the general gist. Because I had this discussion with Maruno a while back, and for example, people like me, people that create their resources, that are actually well versed when it comes to writing scripts or making graphics or anything when it comes to Pokemon Essentials in general, we get like drowned by the sea of the noobs and the people that just are there to take advantage of other people, you know. You rarely get a post where people, you know, are trying to bring up a discussion where they are actually going to contribute something to the forums or stuff like that. And that's like one of the reasons that put me off Poke Community in specific when it comes to the forums. And seriously, I felt that I was growing more toxic. I felt the community was growing more toxic. I felt I was being a dick, and I just didn't want this exposure, you know, to continue, because it was a bad time for everyone in the end. So I stopped. I frequent it like now and then. Like today I was on, but I'm not going to be on for another 2 or 3 weeks again, probably. But yeah, I feel it's an issue, because there are other people like a Poké community is a great place for two things. For actually three things. One, if you just want to request stuff or you want to get people to do stuff for you. Two, to recruit teams. I mean, that's all the posts we get these days. And three, if you just want to advertise your game. Outside of that, I really don't see the appeal of it anymore. When I was there, you know, this is going to sound completely like every other old fart. Oh, back in my days, things were much better. But seriously, when I was there, we had OG Duke, we had Wichu, Postle. I don't even know how to say this guy's username. He was very active on the forums. Who did we have? Wadby with his Pokemon Obsidian. He was active there with all kinds of creative discussions. Wichu was the scripting god back there. I mean, he was insane when it comes to this stuff. And you basically had a lot more people with Neo Dragon CP, who ended up doing his own stuff with Zen forms. And I mean, you had a lot more people there that actually knew their shit, and they wanted to have a discussion and contribute stuff and things like that in general, which today it's pretty much not there as it once was. And I remember I looked up some posts when Maruno and I were still noobs. I mean, my first, and this is another thing, it's like common courtesy, man. If you go to a thread and then you make a new thread and you ask people for help, oh my god, I'm stuck on this, or oh my god, I can't fix that. And then the thing I hate seeing most is like a week later when people post their replies in the thread and the guy that opened the thread says, oh don't worry, I fixed it. And that's it. And then they're nowhere to be seen anymore. The thread gets closed and whoop. That's great. At least if you already asked for something and if you found a solution, then post the goddamn reply. You post your fix so that other people who may have the same problem in the future have the resources to actually tackle and fix this. This was something I was seeing on my YouTube channel recently. Like, this guy came on my channel commenting on some of my videos, asking me, oh my god, I'm having issues with this, with that, with blah 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 blah, and I tell him I can't do this for you, it's not on my end, it's probably something on your. And then you know what the guy does when he resolves his problem? I'm assuming he resolved his problem, otherwise I would get many more messages. You know what he does? He deletes every comment. So there's nothing, there's no trace of him anymore. And I don't understand this. We're supposed to be in a community, right? The word community, I thought words meant something, but apparently not, you know. I don't want to get into this today. I could be ranting on forever. Red Pill, you win. Is that 100,000 or is that like some weird currency? I'm assuming it's 100,000. Immediately, but you can't program anymore. Oh, blue pill, man. No, I can't program anymore. No, that would be kind of like, ooh, cut off my legs. Anime bonus, send nudes. I'll send you nudes when this stream reaches 1 billion likes. I mean, it's a realistic goal. I think we can do it. 1 billion likes, send you all the nudes. Same, my problem is that I overcomplicate so much. Well, sometimes, yeah. I'm about to finish questing system for someone. Let's go there. Man, it's okay. It's okay. You're at least there, like you said. You're helping out somebody else. I'm doing this because I feel like doing it. In the end, nobody's forcing us to do anything. But I'm saying, you know, courtesy. I mean, some mannerism. I don't know. If I feel like if people already invest their time, you know, to reply to you, the least you can do is either leave your thread open or post a solution if you found one yourself. It's not a huge issue. My first post I ever made was in the main Pokemon Essentials thread before it had its own sub forum, and I was debating like on doing forums because when I started using Essentials, forums just freshly came out in Generation 4, and of course they weren't implemented in Essentials, so no code existed for them. And then I was like thinking how I could do something and blah blah blah, trying to figure everything out on my own because, like, I mean, you could probably guess, I just started out back then and Maruno was still a noob And then we got into like a discussion on how we can do stuff, and then I ended up like writing code, and it actually worked, and I posted it online. I mean, it's not a problem, seriously. From experience, I can tell it doesn't hurt. I'm not gonna lie, I asked for help, but as for huge things, way out of my league. Look, don't let my rant put you off from asking for help. I mean, one of the things about being mature is actually being able to identify your shortcomings, to be realistic about the things you can and cannot do, to be also realistic and honest about the things you are willing to learn and how much time you're going to invest into certain aspects. That's all perfectly fine. You can say, you know, from the start, I don't really want to pick this up because this is not something that interests me for the rest of my life. For me, for example, programming, the reason why I wanted to pick up the skill is because I actually had interest in it. It's something I do want to do, you know, eventually in my professional life. But not all people feel the same. I know a lot of people who say, you know, I'm just making a fan game for the heck of it. I don't plan on going into game dev. I'm probably going to do economics or something like that when I go into the professional world. And that's fine. If you want to ask for help, that's fine. But again, I'm saying certain etiquette, you know, I wish it was followed. Sadly, it's not. But then again, you know, I can't go and expect the entire forum to change just because of my opinions. So what I can do, you know, is I can exclude myself from it and take my activities elsewhere. This is also one of the reasons why I took like EBS off the forums and put it on my main webpage, and then now they're on Relic Castle, and I will be active on Relic Castle since it's open now as well, which is cool. Again, back to the forums. We'll see how that goes. Where was I? Oh my god. Feel anything myself, but I also don't use it, nor do I use people. Yeah. Hi chaps. Hey pseudonym. I mean, come on, your identity is spoiled by now. Hi chaps. You're one for... You for one are still learning. I'm also still learning. I mean, this is a philosophy I always had. You really never stop learning. Like, even when I thought I got pretty, you know, used to Ruby and all that stuff, you always learn something new and you find a new way to do things. Like, I think it was 2 years ago, I just learned that you could actually alter the behavior of system classes. So for example, in Ruby, everything is an object. So even this integer right here is an object, this numeric value is an object, and what you can do is you can actually give it, you can write your functions, you can write new functions for the class, and then go like 128.poop, and this will be a new function that you wrote off your poop stuff, and it actually allowed me to do kind of crazy stuff for strings and all kinds of... I'm not going to bore you with the details. But yeah, pseudonym, man, you gave your identity away on Discord. I'm not going to spoil it in case some people here don't know, but yeah, you're like Batman. Of course, it's not forbidden. Yes, if you really need help with something not stupid, well thought out, ask for help. How much time did you spend learning how to program in RGSs? I mean, when did it start? I think it started, I'd say like 8 years ago, and I pretty much never stopped. The only thing that's changed in those 8 years is the intensity of time I've spent on RGSs in general. Like the amount of time per week I actually invest in this stuff. Since right now I'm only doing like this kind of crap. Not my regular stuff. I am moving towards other programs, other programming languages, other engines. But again, that's something I do in my free time. Hey Tyler, welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you here often, but yeah, you're never truly done learning. That is also correct. Yes, I agree. You're never truly done learning, and if you are, that's kind of the boring part. Like once you learn everything and there's nothing for you to learn, then what? I don't know. Coding is just not my thing, and I don't want to spend... Yeah, see, this is also a healthy approach to have, because some people find other parts of this whole game dev creative process interesting. Some people find coding interesting. Some people find pixel art interesting. Like I, for one, I can say I hate working with pixel art. Pixel art is the bane of my existence. I hate it. I just do. So because of this approach to pixel art that I had, I said, you know what, I'm not going to, you know, invest this much time into picking up a skill that I don't want to use, that I'm not going to use in the future, so I didn't. And that's a really fine approach to have. You should have this approach, especially given how limited our time is on a daily basis. So if coding is not your thing, I don't know what you're doing with your life in this stream right now, because this stream we pretty much only do coding, right? And anime talk, but it's mainly coding. But yeah, if coding is not your thing, that's fine, man. And if you have questions on coding that I could answer simply, you can just ask away. Yeah, I have my downtime at work, so I stopped by. Oh, working on her. Yeah. The stream is, you know, it's here every Friday. I do what I do, and again, I'm going off tangent. I keep rambling, and I was going to do something. Right. Let me just check out my stuff here. So I do have the dispose of this, and I'm going to do PB dispose sprite hash FP, since I always call this FP field particles, you know, blah blah blah. The name doesn't matter. It matters only to my head. But yeah, I do want to have a dispose thingy right here, and I don't think I'm going to change the way. Maybe when it comes to the visibility. So for key in fp.keys keys, and then fp key.visible is equal to val. Let's keep the naming stuff here without the spaces consistent. I mean, like I said, I wrote this a while back. Usually I put like spaces like this, but whatever. X and Y, I probably actually not here, but the Z value I don't think I need here as well. Okay, so I got this. The disposing and the visible were actually important. The opacity, I don't think I'm going to add. Oh, so you have no, I don't know if did I talk about what I was going to test out right now? I'm going to go back to working on the interfaces in a bit. I just do want to test out this idea I had. For now, FP. Thinking about it now, this is going to be applied onto. This might actually be a behavior we want. Is it cool? Like, do you only want to see the shadow mist aura thingy particles appear in the battle system, or outside of the battle system as well? So in your summary screens and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it would look cool in the summary as well. I mean, that's a nice thing about this class in particular. I can sympathize with that. I like art a bit, but I'm absolutely horrible at it. I enjoy coding much better, and I think you're okay at coding as well. I mean, we all have to start from somewhere, and you know, you're at that awkward stage, you know, and everything. But I think you're going to be just fine. I suck at everything other than actually putting it all together in RMXP. Hey, that's a skill as well. I think that's a skill in its own as well. I find tiles is interesting, and also the general idea of game. Something that you've made is basically alright. Yes. That's also that's like one of the things that got me into all of this. Is basically as like a creative outlet to get some ideas and actually make them a reality. And I think it's a very rewarding feeling in its own. When you take everything into consideration. That's coordination skills. That's far from worthless. Yes, exactly. Far from worthless. Coordination skills. Some people like those. Like, for example, my thing is I don't really, I don't have that much exposure working with others, and I do like to keep like my hands on the quality control button of things. And I don't think I will play, like at this moment in time, I don't think I would play very well working on other people's projects if I don't have the final creative say. It's just the way I work when I work on my stuff. But yeah, I couldn't, like, trying to coordinate a big task. That's something. Yeah, that's a skill as well. This just everyone here should team up and make a behemoth of a game. I just said why I wouldn't team up with you guys. You can do that. That's fine. That's fine. I like to do my own stuff. It's interesting to see the design and technical decisions that people make, and to wonder why they did it one way rather than the other. Yeah, and especially when it comes to, I mean, we can shit on RMXP all we want, you know, but it's very flexible, both in terms of like the way you can use the graphics and stuff like that, the way you can make maps, and also in its programming language, because RMXP chose Ruby and did their RGS stuff based on Ruby. And Ruby, when it comes to Ruby as a programming language, it is incredibly flexible. So there's never just one right way to do something. And I think that's like that philosophy gets reflected in RMXP as a whole. I feel there's never one way to do something in RMXP, and I really do like that. I like the choice, like at least having the option there to go whichever route you want, and to basically, you know, strain your creative muscles and try to come up with a solution yourself. Whoa, I can't. I missed my mouth twice with my glass of water. Just letting you know. Dope. But yeah, I really like the flexibility of RMXP and Ruby. He gave a hint of me being socially awkward. Another sub bites the dust. Hey, socially awkward. Coding is fun, but when I get bored with eventing and mapping, that's all I have fault to do. Usually coding is like the only thing I do. I'm not too, like, I don't mind mapping and stuff like that. I don't mind making graphics, but like I can seriously, I can spend 9 hours coding straight and I wouldn't blink. But if I had to invest that much time into something else, you know, I'd feel the strain and the burn after 2 or 3 hours probably. You can do 8 times 3 and 3 times 8. Yeah, flexibility. RMXP was never meant to be huge and complex. That's true as well. I also think like, again, bringing back the topic of people shitting on RMXP. Yes, Ruby 1.8.1, seriously, but whatever. I digress. But usually, like, when it comes to a 2D engine, RMXP, for the things like, it came out what, in 2004, and I think like for what it offered back then and for what it offers today, usually it's the creativity of the user using RMXP that's the, you know, the limiting factor when it comes to how much they can do or they can't do. Because I don't know, the only time I'm having issues with RMXP is when I really do try to push it, you know, to run 60 FPS at full 1080p, you know, and then RMXP says, yeah, my graphics rendering thingy is not that good and blah 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 blah. So I do find alternatives when it comes to that. But even with coding in general, if you optimize your code, it usually works out. You can imagine, well, I can imagine sitting there missing my mouth twice. I'm fully covered in water right now. I don't know, I wasn't looking at my glass, I was looking at the mic and the screen, and then I just put the glass on my face and... wasn't a good ending. Hey Jeffed, welcome. Jeffed, I saw your video, the latest one you published. I think it was great. Like you said, the quality, it was a bit blurry, but you fixed it, so that's good. And I do have to say, the Pokemon Center looks, it kind of looks sweet. So shouts out, man. I'm digging coding right now, creating Pokédex features from scratch. Yes, it is rewarding, and I also feel like, again, that's it. Oh, I want to suck your blood. I don't go out into the sun. Blah blah blah. No, what was I going to say? Oh boy. Right. If we look into essentials, you know, and stuff like that, there's a lot of stuff I don't agree with. Like, why is the Poké Gear the only scene done like this? And why are things like this extremely convoluted? Hinting at Maruno, you know, what the heck? And of course, not everybody agrees. Not everybody has the same coding style. I try to dumb down my code as much as possible. So my menu looks vastly different from what Maruno did. I'm not saying his is crap. I'm not saying mine is better. I'm just saying there's two approaches to everything, and that includes coding as well. I mean, two approaches. There's more than two approaches, but you get what I mean, right? And I do feel like working on your stuff from the ground up, it doesn't... If you don't work your stuff from the ground up, you're kind of limiting yourself in that you have to follow a certain design scheme of whoever you're using the stuff as base material. And that's kind of true for the stuff I do as well, because I do like to keep my resources plug and play. So I do have to like maintain some of the quirks and issues that I feel are there when it comes to my coding. But usually when you're writing your stuff from the ground up, you're free to do whatever. Like when I was making my EBS from the ground up and I decided to like have a new sprite class, I could do whatever I want with this sprite class. Same thing with the bitmap wrapper. I wasn't going to say, oh my god, how am I going to adapt the existing animated bitmaps? Blah 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 blah. No, I just said, you know what? I don't even want to bother and do the research. I'm just going to do my own stuff in here. So I did. And I feel making your stuff from the ground up, while it can sometimes, you know, be, of course, it's more time consuming, it can be stressful, it can be a headache sometimes, but in the end, like you said, it is rewarding when it finally comes together and everything works. You've written the Pokegear script for Essentials V. Oh, thank the goats. You have no idea how much that ticks me off. Like, why? I don't... You probably don't even know, but why is the Pokegear scene the only one that gets loaded like this? Why? I'm trying to think of it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that, like, before you took over Essentials, all the scenes were, you know, convoluted, like... I mean, not convoluted, but they were loaded like this, right? Scene, and then screen, .pb blah, and then blah, 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 blah. And then you know, the Pokegear is just sitting here masturbating, you know, not doing anything. I don't get it. It's very weird. And I'm going off topic again. I can't code and speak at the same time. What was it? Precisely because it was different to the other scripts. Yeah. I can feel you. Do you think it's better using Notepad++ with Ruby before going into RMXP? I don't know. You know, my first experience was hands-on with the scripts in Essentials, because we can complain all we want, but Essentials comes with a ton, a metric ton, a shit ton of examples. So you're never in a shortage of examples when it comes to this. And the nice thing about RMXP, you know, sorry about that. Let me actually fix the hotkeys. I forgot I had those on. So I don't even know where it is. F1. Clear. Okay. Yeah, I basically, what I did was I pressed F1 and this popped up and I switched the scene. But yeah, you've got the help manual here. And for example, let's say, I don't know, we want to see the functions a sprite class has. So you can go like sprite. I'm going to sprite right here, and you see, oh, it's got the dispose function, dispose, viewport, flash, update, wow, bitmap, oh, src underscore rect, whoa, that's cool. Visible, ox, oi, zoom, blah, 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 blah. So definitely the information is there. And I do like this with RMXP. Like if you're confining yourself to Notepad++ and pure Ruby, you're going to have to visit Ruby docs a lot. I mean, it's there, the documentation is there, it's okay. Luca, I don't know if you've covered this topic already, but what are your thoughts on Java? Oh no, I have not covered this topic, and I don't want to go into Java debates. I'm not a fan. Java, for me, like, some of the functionality is a bit more convoluted than it should be. I'm not a huge fan of any of the C syntax. That includes Java as well. It's like the syntax was never a bonus for me. I really don't see its massive appeal. It's not that very well optimized when it comes to raw performance. Like if you made an algorithm that was there just to crunch the pure potential of the programming language, one of my friends did it, and I don't think Java was near the top. So I don't know. I don't get the appeal. For like if you don't mind the syntax, you can pick up something else. You can pick up C#, and C# is widely used. You pretty much can't go wrong with C#. They're teaching C# at universities. You got C# in Unity. I don't know what the Unreal Engine uses. GameMaker uses its own language, which is whatever. You're going to attend a communications and media designing education that apparently does a lot with Java, HTML, and CSS. Right. When you talk about Java, and I mean when you talk about HTML and CSS, I think of JavaScript, not necessarily Java. Those two aren't the same. Yeah, JavaScript is used as a nice backend scripting language when it comes to web design. A lot of web designs use JavaScript, and if you look at the bootstrap.js, it's a very, very commonly used platform for designing all kinds of fancy web stuff. I'm not very good when it comes to web design. I've only like invested a few hours here and there when I was making my own crap. Like I'm okay with CSS and HTML, but you know, I never really invested my time into like trying to do the research. So I can't comment on that too much. But HTML and CSS, they're very easy to use. It's pretty much, you know, you just apply, you create new tags, you define the functionality those tags are going to contain, and then you just apply that to the body objects parts of your website. And as a philosophy, it's kind of straightforward. I think the Pokegear script is how standard RMXP scripts were designed. Yes, yes, I'm pretty sure that's how it was designed as well. But since Essentials changed all of that, you know, the Pokegear could have gone out of the window as well. When it comes to that stuff, yeah, Essentials came up with a like I said, it's weird. All the other interfaces adapted it. The Pokegear never did. What's going on? How much time did it take you to learn scripting in Essentials? Well, I was pretty much, I don't know. When I started out, I think I was very confident in my abilities after like 2 years. But of course, there were still limitations on what I could and couldn't do, and the way I approach my code in general. Back then, my code wasn't very optimized. It was very untidy, and like I mean, go figure. Tidiness is something I stress today. But back then, you know, it wasn't a huge priority for me. I just wanted to get things done. So I think like 2 years and I was kind of confident in myself and what I could do. After 3 and 4 years, I was saying, you know, I am so confident I could actually do my own stuff. And now after what, 8 years, I'm pretty much like here, you know. This is like after a long tedious day of work, after going to the gym and working out, this is like, you know, relaxation for me. I can just take out my RMXP stuff and do some, oh, look at this. Oh, this is so nice. Look at these attribute accessors. Let me do some coding. But yeah. Speaking of coding, I do want to get into this as well. And blah, 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 blah. What was it? Reason. See, I love tile sets so much to the point where I've made shit ton of tiles since the beginning of the stream. Oh boy, you've been way more. Oh, what? I just looked at my time. It's 45 minutes in already. Oh boy, and I haven't done anything. You're way more productive than me, definitely. Been working on writing some dialogue during the stream. Writing B-Barrel's reaction to it. Nice. My problem in RMXP is that I confuse myself and I don't know how to continue the script. I watch all your videos, I understand all finally, but in the scripting I confuse myself. I'm going to address it. My scripts right now, I mean, it's nothing to, you know, my tutorial series is nothing to brag about. In the sense that it's very vague at the moment. I've kept it vague on purpose because I don't want to overload you with information from the get-go. I feel that would be a very bad thing to do. Overloading you guys with information. Viewport. Do I have something for a frame here? Oh, I do. Look at this frame. What do I have? When do I reset the frame? Do I reset the frame? Frame plus equals 1. No. Oh, no. Yeah, I probably... What do I use the frame for anyway? Frame plus equals... Okay, so for this. I mean... I don't like numbers going to infinity. So let's give it a hard limit, like so. What was it saying? The comment was what's your... Oh yeah. So with regards to the tutorial Ruby coding thingy, I'm keeping it vague for the time being. I want to keep it... Okay, vague may not be the correct term, but I'm trying to keep it very generalized, you know, so it's much easier for you guys to understand what it is I'm actually talking about, if that makes sense. Overloading you with information would just cause more confusion. I know it. But I think the next episode is going to go into RMXP specific stuff, and I'm most likely going to kick things off with sprites and viewports. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how I'm going to kick things off. Animations, and what did we call this crap? Picture, nah. Animations. This was EB59. Okay. But yeah, definitely, if you feel the tutorials are not of use to you right now, that's okay, man. That's okay. But yeah, next episode I'm going to go into RMXP specific stuff and actual concrete like examples of when to use what and what like sprites offer and how to manipulate stuff and things like that in general. Yeah. You meant JavaScript. Yes, JavaScript, Java, different. I don't like either, and I think that's the simplest answer. I really don't. I don't like either JavaScript or Java. Oh, actually, I think I did this the last time. Did I? Where's this guy? Sprite. See, this is what I was talking about. Like, you can extend actual strings to have like a function starts with, and this is pretty cool. That's what I like about Ruby. Like, everything is an object, and you can pretty much add functionality onto everything. And you have no idea how much, like, a world of scripts and codes this opens. You have no idea until you actually go into needing something like this. Okay, center. Because if I'm not mistaken, Ruby 2 point something has an actual starts with, so you can use string.starts with, and here I just, you know, put in my own. Okay, so I got the center. Yes. False. Where's the visible? Okay. If hidden. Right, that's also something. The hidden part, if I'm not mistaken, is for my 2-turn animations like fly. You know, the sprite goes off screen and then it stays hidden and then comes back down. I think that was what I had in mind when I was making this. I do want to keep this invisible for the time for now. And I'm going to put this at the... Yeah, let's put it at the end. For I and 0 to, I think I gave it a range of 16. Visible is equal to at sprite.visible. Actually, I didn't even need to do the visible thing. I don't know, whatever. Actually, the visible false if at hidden. And now I want to give it actually one more thing. Next if not loaded. Maybe no, maybe not the visibility set to false, maybe set the opacity. Opacity to 0 at the beginning. You'll see what I have in mind, you'll see. I'll test this out before I implement the shadow thingies. I don't know if I transferred battler stuff in here. Yeah, I don't. Oh boy, this is going to be a doozy. Yep. Okay, I can already tell. Never mind. Never mind. In the comments, I've never been a fan of the C coding family. Yeah, same. I haven't been a fan of the C coding family, but it's used everywhere, like you say. The web design is cool. You can even make games in JavaScript. You can make all kinds of crap in JavaScript. Like, I'm not saying JavaScript is not capable by any means. It's just down to personal preference, and I was never, you know, JavaScript. Personally hoped I would learn something along the lines of C++, but yeah. Hey Jonas, hey, welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Yeah, regular Friday stream. Working on crap. And look at this, my OBS speed has stabilized. Oh boy. The reason why, you know, you guys, oh my god, the stream is off. Oh no, it's on again. No, it's off. I was starting the stream and then stopping it, stopping it. I was playing around with some settings because I had really shitty connection at the beginning. So the thing wasn't getting output the way I wanted it to. Where's my equal sign? Okay, so basically, what did I say? I have, for the sprites, I got speed, and I can use the param and the toggle. Okay, I got stuff at my disposal. Oh boy. Let's set this to ASCII is equal to 255. Let's generate random values of Z. 0. Oh boy, my typing is on another level today. It's on another level, guys. 8. Let's go 9. Let's give it nice variety, or why not? We're being so generous. And what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rand 6. Okay, so that zoom underscore x is going to be this. Whoops. Same with the y. And now the x and y coordinates, which I do want to randomize a bit. Okay. X is going to be equal to self, not x, minus, let's go 128 plus rand 256. Same shtick here, self.y, except I'm going to go, let's go with 96 and plus rand 96 as well, because why not? YOLO. Opacity gets set to full. I get the zooms here, and then I want these to be zoom underscore x minus equals 0. I'll try with this value first. 0.01. Opacity, I want it to last maybe 16 frames, so I think this is going to be enough. Next, if I is greater than frame divided by 4, so every fourth one, I think this is going to synchronize well with our timer here. What else? I don't think there's much. Actually, instead of sprite.visible, I'm going to go self.visible. False, 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 self x, self y, and Oh, I also want to adjust the Z values. Okay, so Z is equal to self.z minus 1 plus rand. I think this should be 3 if I'm not, because that's going to go 0, 1, 2. 0 is going to leave it at a -1. 1 is going to put it at 0. No. Okay, that's not how I want to do it then. We're going to go like this. So rand, where is this guy? 2 is equal to 0. Self.z minus 1 or self.z plus 1. So we either want it to be on top or at the bottom. Bottom Spider-Man, top Spider-Man. Which one do you pick? The choices are there. They're infinite. Oh boy, let's see how this looks. I think I may have set the range on the X coordinate to be a bit wide. And we'll see. And again, I'm getting terrible frame rate. Yeah. So see, that's definitely way too wide. Self.bitmap. I think yes. Oh, but all right. That's exactly. So self.bitmap.width divided by 2 plus, and then rand self.bitmap.height width. And for this one, I think I'm going to keep it at a fixed number instead of a dynamic one. Oh boy. Hey Seth, welcome to the stream. Today we'll see what we'll do. But you're getting the gist of the things I want to do. So have like a particle trail on shadow Pokemon. Like this. Huh. But it's not being very... Oh, right. I know what else I want to do as well. So dot y is going to be minus equal 1. I think I want to bump this down to 8. And I want to give it an angular spin. So it's going to be equal to, again, we'll do this shenanigans. Rand 2 equals 0. And it's either going to be +1 or -1. And then angle plus equals 2, and then param. Maybe we could give it a random angle from the start as well. Like a range from -45 to +45. I think this could be okay. Let's see. Let me see if I can hit my face, actually my mouth again, with my glass of water. Well, this thing loads. Oh, that's stanky Rattata. Stank though. Let me check out my frame rate. This doesn't seem to impact the frame rate a bunch. Yeah, I think this is okay when it comes to the plus times self zoom underscore x. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No. I know what this is going to. Okay, let's give it an... And I know that's not what I use it for, but... actually, let's set this to be the speed. Same thing with here. this is going to be the, and this is what I'm going to use the param for, the extra parameter. Param times self.zoom underscore x, and this is going to be times self.zoom underscore y, and this is going to be the extra parameter. This is going to be equal to this, and then we're going to have our friendly neighborhood parameter get minus by 0.01, and these are all floats. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So what is it I'm actually working on? Right now, before I jump into the UI stuff, I had this idea which I want to test out, and it's to do with shadow Pokemon. I want to give them an aura of things. Okay, see, that makes more sense. This zoom as well has to be proportional to self.zoom x. Same thing here. X, and actually, yeah, let's not complicate it. And same thing here, but with y. And I don't know why I'm getting these terrible frame rates on my machine, but whatever. Check this out. And I do not like this like hard appearing of particles before they go and fade out. I think I'm going to change that. Let's actually see for a moment. And of course, the effect of the graphics is not going to be this intensive. This is just a graphics I chose that I already made for testing purposes. Yeah, I don't like this pulsating phenomenon I'm getting, and I'm also going to put this here. Where is my new frame? And instead use this. Where is it? Okay, this is fine. So I'm going to use this here, and then go frame 2 plus equals 1 if at frame 2 is less than 128, and then it's going to stop at this point, and this is already going to be sorted out on its own. Yeah. But I do want to now this is the thing. I need to come up with a formula that's going to go opacity, you know, like up and then down to 0, because we don't like these hard transitions. So I need to figure out a way to do it. Just do it. Yeah, I don't like this hard transition, and this is only going to take it. Do I have a toggle right here? Yes, I do. I do have a toggle. Okay. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Is toggle is going to be equal to 1. And then this is going to be... Actually, let's set this toggle to 2, so it fades in faster than it fades out. Dot toggle. And then I'm going to have this here. At toggle is equal to -1 if opacity is greater than or equal to its maximum. Yeah, and then when it falls down to 0, it's going to toggle back to 2, and yeah, okay. I feel like this should work nicely. Let me check this out. I think this should give it a more gradual and smoother transition in general. Let's see. Oh yeah, see, that's much better. I mean, the Hoot Hoot still looks... It still's got that stanky leg syndrome, but I feel like this, as a visual flair, it looks much nicer. Hey, Glavash, welcome to the stream. I just saw your username. Like... What do you guys think of this effect? I'm going to work on the graphics next, but like as a general effect, as general effects go in general, lots of general here. What do you think about having this for shadow Pokemon all the time? Like again, of course, this isn't for everyone, but in case you're using a shadow Pokemon, this could make sense for you, right? I think so. Oh my god, Glavash donating the fat stacks of cash. Oh boy. And I also do... I've done this intentionally. Like, I do like this trail when the scene moves, you know? Like, look at this. It's kind of like those flame particles that, like, move with the wind. So their positions don't get updated in real time, which is why you get that trailing effect. But I think this is fine. The frame rate is not that great. I think I know why. And this is going to increase the frame rate. Yep. It's definitely. If I remove this and if I remove this, well, we can't have everything in life, you know. Life is not perfect. Oh yeah. The graphics, I'm going to work on the graphics next, but as a general idea, for shadowy Poke. Yeah, see, the frame rate is much improved right now. Since you get rid of the angle and immediately, okay, I'm just going to get rid of the angle. Look at that stanky Pikachu. Stanky Hoot Hoot. Yeah, RMXP is not very well optimized when it comes to like the bitmap shenanigans. So things like angles on sprites, not good, man. Yeah, but I think this works as a concept. This is more a proof of concept than anything else. And I feel I've proven it. This is, if not loaded. And also, we're going to go into... give it a is shadow parameter, which is going to be false from the beginning. Is shadow. And... see, this is where I get my stuff. And is there a def is shadow? No, def shadow. How do I check if my Pokemon is a shadow Or please, guys, how do I check if my Pokemon is a shadow Pokemon? No. Let me go into... would you look at that? Look at this. Relic, blah, blah, blah. Nope. That's not what I'm looking for. What's this? Pokeball. Ah, there we go. Shadow. Oh, so it is shadow. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Didn't I just look for this? Def is shadow and it showed up nothing? Or did I mistype it? I probably mistyped it. Pokeball _ Pokemon. Okay, so that's useful here. If I go shadow equals to true if okay, I have is shadow, yes, and next if not is shadow, and this should fix out. This is pretty much functionality finished, done, complete. Optimize that code. You optimize your face, optimize your music playing. Oh, where are you at now? Optimize your darts, man. Oh, you're gonna get so wrecked. Oof. Oof, you're gonna get wrecked in darts. Can't wait. Look at this. Look at this bad frame rate. Look at this dude. And there we go. Update. Undefined method. Less than for nil. 3, 5. 3, 5. Four. What? Yes, I what? Why is it? What? Okie dokes. Probably some trainer poop right here. Oh, right. I forgot that the trainers use the dynamic sprite as well. Yes. It's my logic. Good stuff. A bit darker, I say more gray. Okay, optimize that code. Optimize your face. Hey, that guy T, welcome, welcome. Didn't see you there before. I'm pretty much just working on an idea for shadow Pokemon, like how to more distinctly make them appear in battle. Pokemon and this shit. Oh, did I do double N? No, it works. Oh boy, look at this. Look at this stanky weeping bell. Oh, shadow Pokemon. As if you didn't know, like only shadow Pokemon stink this much that you can actually see their aura. Yeah. I'll make you a cry engine dog. You smell like fire. Oh, 5-1 this. Oh my. Oh yeah. Keep it for tomorrow. Oh, we'll see. Oh man, I've been hitting the gym hard today. My triceps are kind of dead, but my aim will be impeccable. I will triple doubles 3 times in a row, 9 times in a row. You'll see. Giant Team Rocket Ground, Mega Level open for stream. Yeah, I mean, shadow isn't a thing. Def is shadow is a method. Yes. I fixed it. Is shadow is my thing. I know it isn't a thing in Essentials, but I thought I typed out def is shadow, and it didn't return anything. But whatever. Yeah. Okay. I think. Can we call it a day for this one? Let's just make the graphics for it, test it out, and that's it. I mean, apart from that, I'm pretty content, to be honest. I don't want to make it overly convoluted, overly complicated. I don't want to have too many particles on screen at once. Again, optimizing. But yeah, somebody's gonna get his butt wrecked tomorrow. And it's not gonna be me. Okay. Let's get into my favorite part of the stream. Oh, I can just use this. Oh, you know what I can do? I can have it like switch between one or the other, or just tint it slightly. I think I'm just going to use this because the laziness. I mean, why make something complicated when you can make it easy, right? Boom. And boom and boom. Luca, it's actually case sensitive by default, even though the box... It's not case sensitive by default. What? No, man. Match case, look. Is shadow. I think I messed something up. What? Nah, dude. What the hell? What? Nah. Oh, my dude. Seriously? This is... This goes to show how much I do search. What the heck? Why is the case it's not match case. What are you doing? My man. My main man. In my country there is problem. And that problem is case sensitive crap. Okay, whatever. In my experience, it's randomly case sensitive. Yeah, I can bet my left nut that it wasn't case sensitive like when I did it a while back. Oh, I don't know what's going on. But that's okay, that's okay. It's okay. Why the Pokemon Dark? Why not the Pokemon Dark? Don't we love dark Pokemon? Yeah, bad frame rate. Too much strain on my CPU. Did I turn my fan on? Yes, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Thermal throttling shouldn't be a thing. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at my face. That actually looks much worse. That looks like this dude is on fire. He's smoking. Look at this smoking weeping bell. Like, oh my god. You know what it probably is? It's probably too wide for the bitmap. Maybe let's try with 32 particles. Let's see how this treats me. Probably not well. Oh no. Get rid of this. And of course, to make sure that everything works properly, I'm going to beat his ass. I'm pretty sure when this dude faints, the particles are still gonna smoke. Hopefully not. Oh boy. That just gives it more particles. That doesn't solve any issue. Yeah, it still kind of looks like shite. I don't know, it looked much nicer in the previous color. Let me see if I can wreck his... Oh, he's resistant. Yeah. And do I have... Oh, there we go. For nil class. What did I mistype? Where is this? Visible. Key in fp.keys. Let's put this down back to 16. Let's go with 16 here as well. Oh boy. This dude is telling us that this thing doesn't spread. I don't know if I've even used the right. Get keys. Okay, so for keys in wait, is keys the key, yeah, okay, that should return an array, right? Never mind, you know how we can fix it? Next, if not at fp key. Hahaha, look at this, so smart. Okay. Normally it works fine, but sometimes for some reason it's case sensitive. I can disturb my own ID. Totally make my own editor. Well, yeah, the editor for the RGSS editor it's kind of lackluster, I do admit. I have to agree with that notion. Given the plethora of other IDEs that they're very nice to use, this one is kind of lacking. Okay, we got this covered. Let me see if I'm going to crash my butt again. No. Oh yes. Oh, unidentified method keys for nil class. Oh boy. FP. Oh, I didn't read the error message properly. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. If at FP And then or nah, this was pointing to the sprites section of the scripts. Hokey dokes. Hokey dokes. Let's test this again. Oh boy. Essentials being dumb, lol. It's not letting my Eevee evolve into a Leafeon in the right location. Check out Gemini. Search for RMXP Gemini. I'll do it off screen. Yeah, I don't know, seeing this particles in this color, I'm not a huge fan. Who can wreck this dude? Pidgeotto. Come back, Pikachu. Pikachu. No. Oh boy. Please no sleep powder. Gust. Oh, let's check out those dope animations. Let's go. Whoosh, pew. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. No sleep powder for you. And look at this. No poison powder either. Look at this. Oh, beautiful. Look at this. Oh yeah. Get wrecked. New animations in your face. See, this is... I probably do want to get rid of this. Yeah. Okay, so it stays there until the end. I'm pretty sure I have something for the fainted. See, it's not case sensitive. Maybe fainted. Faint poker. Show shadow falls. Okay. Let's go back into my sprites. That makes sense. In the update. And we're going to copy this, but instead show shadow. The intention is that shadow Pokemon sprites are also recolored for shadowless. Dark purple clouds may look better on them. I think I'm going to go the route of having two graphics and then like them being randomly, you know, selected. One is going to be like a darker purple, one is going to be a lighter purple. Purple. Let's go. Let's edit it. So we got this one. We got this one. Oh, I know this one is more like translucent. This one is more, you know, in your face. Oh no, mein Augen. Ah, mein Augen. Yeah, this one is... Oh, and this one's got a nice glow. Yeah, we're going to rock out with this one. Wait. Let me grab this dude as well. See what this guy's hue is. See what that looks on this guy. Oh. Oh yeah. Like so. Look at this, nice and purpley. And then we can have one maybe with a lesser. Oh no, that goes all the way blue. I kind of don't... Oh my goat, where is 0? What is... Oh, because I have colorize instead of the Q shift. I think I'm going to go with these two colors and we're going to test it out. And instead of having it two different sprites, yeah boy, let's make it one big sprite. And what is this? What is this? Let me just go like so. 78 0. Fit canvas there. Move this over here. Fit canvas again. guy's kind of annoying me. Is this guy bigger than this guy now? They're just differently positioned. Okay. And then we can go into our animations bollocks and call this EB Shadow. Hey, EB Shadow. And then I'm going to get rid of, actually not, I'm not going to get rid of anything. This is going to be EB Shadow. Instead of center, that's not going to be here. Actually, that's going to be here, but not like so. OX is going to be this dude dot width divided by 4 instead of the regular 2, and we're just going to apply this to the Y position for the height, and this is going to be the regular 2. Oh boy. And then we're going to actually that's correct, set 0 bitmap width divided by 2, whoops, bitmap dot width divided by 2, and bitmap height. This should do us justice. And then in here we're going to have dot src underscore rec dot x is going to be equal to rand, actually just rand 2 times bitmap dot width divided by 2, and this is going to alternate between the two sprites, hopefully giving us a nice visual. Let's see. Chicken nuggets. All the links. Poop. What were we saying? I did lol, I was just in the wrong Pokemon file looking at the old version of Pokemon. Oh. Versioning. Oh shit, the links are dead. Which links? Which links? No. Not the links are dead. What else? What else? What else? Is the chat saying found it on another side? Luckily. I think the different tones, purple gray, would look better. Thanks. How did I make your universal plugin installer? Check out Gemini. How did I make my universal plugin installer? Coding. Oh, no. What is happening? What is happening? How did I make my universal plugin installer? Well, it's not a simple yes or no question. It's not a simple if A then B. Lots and lots of coding, playing around with stuff, doing a lot of research. A lot of research went into the UPI, how everything works. Oh, that's funky. Oh no, that's changing way too often. That's no, I don't want this to change. Oh, did I put it? Oh, right. Ooh, my bad. And that should go here. Okay. But yeah, you know, a lot of research, a lot of intensive coding and stuff like that. Coming up with an quotation marks, air quotes, architecture that I would like to work with when it comes to the UPI, and that's pretty much it. GitHub download works for me. There's a single compiled exe file in this. Oh boy. Gemini. Sue. Yo, Sue. Do you make your RMXP codes in Gemini? Yeah. Yeah, okay, I think this could work for the time being. If I want to add something extra fancy, I can. Eventually. But yeah. I mean, let's be realistic. How many of you guys use Shadow Pokemon? Not many, I assume. So, yeah. Yeah. Let's get into... And this is what I'm going to work on more today. Like, this interface in general. Did I make my avatar yourself? Yes, I did. Pretty much all the graphics you see are made by myself. Actually, all the graphics you see are made by myself. Yeah. I made the graphics for everything that's on screen. Okay, this is... Oh my god. I don't know how it is in the stream, but I'm getting terrible performance today out of my machine. Usually it's smoother. Oh, that's awesome. Paralyze me. Wake up to get paralyzed. Oh, and there we go, the para hacks. Come on, I just want to test stuff out, please. Stop it. Ah. Huh. Yeah, I get this, but that's the problem with an underlying infrastructure. See, because now this behavior is gonna force me to separate the particles and the sprite, and I don't think I feel like doing it. No, I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do instead. Okay, I know what I'll do instead. Def up shadow up. I know there is a shadow, and then there's like this shadow thingy. But yeah, return. Okay, so return if not loaded. And also return if not is shadow. And then I'm pretty much just going to migrate this over here. So I'm going to separate the main update thingy from this update thingy. And if we go into our animations right here, where I have Pokemon.update here, instead dot what do I call it? Shadow update. And this should solve our conundrum. Barely use Gemini myself, actually. Make it into... Yeah, I'll look at it. I will definitely look into it more. And I do agree, particle engines are a good thing. I like particles. The more I've been doing animations for EBS, those, you know, crazy animations as some would call them. Oh, we got a problem. That's in our new party menu thingy. Pokemon equals... So we do need a function for setting the Pokemon, which makes sense. It does make sense. And instead of this being a reader, let's make it an accessor. Hey, solving problems 101 with Lux, your senpai. Definitely particle engines, particle effects. I like particles, and especially when you give them, you know, that like level of randomness. I feel that gives you way more life in whatever you're doing. Pre-select. Oh. Okay, this is this is not good. I mean the interface is still a work in progress, as you can tell. Whatever. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this guy, and I'm sure if I do delete, Well, that's new. My man. Let me... See, this is when you're trying to do two things at once. Not a great plan. Hey, pro tip for you. Begin, end, boom. Comment entire chunks. Some of you didn't know. Oh my god, mind blown. Heart. You know what I want to do? Come on. I'm going to take this and I'm going to do this. Let's go into notepad. Plop you there for a moment. God, you're messing me up. Lucas Senpai, random question. Which name do you prefer, Blue or Gary? I'm not a huge fan of the anime characters, so when I refer to my characters, I don't speak about Blue and Gary. I mean, I don't speak about Ash and Gary. It's usually red and blue, or actually, to be completely correct, it's red and green. But yeah, I don't know. Gary, you know, I get it. It's Gary motherfucking Oak, but still. I have to go. Well, thank you for joining the stream anyway, Jeffet. I'm glad you were here. Hopefully, this was somewhat, I don't know, entertaining, educational. I always say this, but I have no idea. But yeah. Next Friday again, same thing, same crap. You can always expect the same bad content on the same bad channel, you know. But yeah, thanks for joining. See you in the next one. Take care. Now we got them animated stuff. See? Easy peasy. Banana squeezy. Let's go. Well, the girl wasn't introduced until Leaf Green and Fire Red came out. Those were remakes. The original games, the original Japanese games were red and green, and then I think there was some kind of issues with green, so when they released it in the Western market, they named it red and blue. I'm pretty sure if you look at the original Japanese name of Blue or Gary, it's actually green. Red and green. That's why it was Fire Red and Leaf Green instead of Fire Red and Ocean Blue. Oh, shoutouts to Zeke. Pew 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 pew. Yeah, I think this particles thingy works. It works. I can call it a day. It doesn't show up when it doesn't have to show up. Yeah, that's okay. And we're going to work on the more annoying stuff now, which is UI stuff. Yay. Not really. I think the manga, the girl is blue and Gary is green. Yeah, I'm also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that the original character's name is green. Red for the main protagonist and the rival green. Again, what do I know? It's been a while since I played those games. Especially in Japanese. Okay, so we got that thing done with the animations. Pew, that took longer than expected. But I mean, the first 45 minutes was just me rambling on. Talking about casual stuff. But now this. Again, making stuff plug and play. Ooh, why do I do this to myself? I could just tell you guys, you know what? I'm just going to release this as a kit. Lol. Looks like you forgot how to type like a normal person. Don't we all hate it when that happens? When we forget how to type like normal people. Yeah. It's almost 2 hours in the stream. I'm not going to go on for too much longer. I know I say this all the time, but today I mean it. I'm not going to go on for too much longer. I do wanna figure this out. And multi-select. So we got confirm cancel. Confirm cancel. Let me actually, I need the size of the actual interface. How big it is. Herder. Oh no, wrong key. Okay, I mean, so for now it's not too big. We also end up going here because I have this nicely set up. Ah, smash that keyboard. I smashed those keys. Which tournament? Kanto, battle, single. Choose the Pokemon. Okay, so we do have a decent amount of space to work with. Which I can appreciate. Let's go here. Let me say real quick. Yes. Paint. Okay. Copy 256.192 and 50%. That's cool. That's cool. Let me get rid of this one as well. Go back here. Okay, so we do have a decent amount of space to work with right here. I can push this ultimately a bit more to the left. The only reason why I've done this is because when I was designing my stuff, I don't think I've added a cancel button. Where is this? Right here. Blah, 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 blah. Oh no, I did. Oh, but it was choose a Pokemon, not the full text. Yeah, okay. We do have a decent amount of space to work with. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I can fit my big button right here. Let me actually look this up real quick. Nope, not close this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. If I go here, this is not going to be a thing. And if I scale this down to 50, yeah, and it's not even going to be that cramped. Maybe vertically. Yeah, it's going to be cramped vertically. But horizontally, not an issue. I mean, even this is cramped. Ideally, I'd have it like side by side, which would look nicer, aesthetically speaking. But then I'd need to compress this text, which doesn't sound like a great idea. Not the best one, definitely. The girl is called Blue in Japan because Blue was the third version there. Not working on the Pokegear. Nope. In the West, the girl is called Green because Gary Blue was Gary because of the Westgate games. Okay, so in the English translation, it is Blue. Okie dokes. Why is your pause menu a single column, forcing you to be longer than the screen? Lay the buttons on like in Gen 5. Because, my dear pseudonym, you weren't there when I was hammering on about how awesome my menu is compared to what's in Essentials. So basically, we've had this discussion before. I mean, in the end, it will still end up looking like a list. The only difference is how I lay it out. So I could have it side by side and go down, because the thing is, this menu system is it's extremely modular. I can show it to you. So I got the menu handlers right here, which pretty much define all the functionality of each individual item. So let's say I get rid of these right here. If I let me open up Notepad again. So I get rid of these, and they're not going to show up on the list. Which is why in the end it is a scrolling list, because depending on how much functionality you want to add to your menu, you know, see, now I got only 3 items. That's the nice thing about this. The menu is extremely modular and it's very easy to use. It's just like you would, you know, for item handlers, for multiple forms. You just, you know, add your new handler. You give it a symbol name, you give it the name it's going to be displayed on screen, you give it the icon name, you give it the code you want it to run when you select it, and you give it a condition that you want to determine whether or not you can access the current stuff in the item, in the menu right now. And like I said, it's very modular, it's very adaptive, it changes according to the screen size and everything, which is why. I don't think I'm going to lay the buttons out like in Gen 5. I prefer it in this, like for the functionality it offers, for the extreme modularity, I think it works better in the list. Yeah. Yeah. You get my point? You get what I'm talking about? A boot? Right there? No? See, now I got all this stuff back, and look at this, I got a big item. I mean, the Pokédex is not going to be available from the start, the Pokemon is not going to be available from the start, debug is not going to be there during gameplay, so of course the menu is going to be shorter, and then it like gets longer depending on how much stuff you have inside. It's quite overkill. I don't know. I don't think it's overkill, because see, the thing is, in the normal menu, if you want to add something extra to the pause menu, you gotta give it an entry here, you gotta go and mess about with the stuff here, then you gotta give it this thing here, and then blah blah blah. You know, it's not very user friendly. This like I've tried to design this as idiot proof as possible, you know, so that you have everything handled in a very modular approach. It all gets done automatically, every scaling, everything, scroll bar. So I mean, nothing is fixed when it comes to this menu item. When it comes to this item menu, no, menu, general pause menu. It may be overkill, but this was like my main, when I was thinking about this menu in my head, I was saying, you know, Lux, it would be great if this menu was extremely easy to be used, if it was extremely modular. So I did, and I think I achieved my goal quite well. I keep saying this, I gotta finish 2 things. So I gotta finish the animation for show menu and hide menu, and I'm done. What was I working on? Oh, this, right. Figuring this out. And again, like the modularity for the item, for the menu, pause menu, it extends to everything. It extends even to like the icons you use. You don't have to use icons, you can use icons. The icons are somewhere here, if I'm not mistaken, right there. And I mean, you can use whatever icon name you want. It doesn't matter. You can use whatever name you want on the thing. It doesn't matter. The whole point is just, you know, hey, you want to add more shit to your menu? There you go. Easy peasy. Okay. Whew. So for this, I'm probably going to have to be a douche and like have them aligned. No. No, I don't like this one bit. Like one cancel, sure, I mean, easy peasy, but can't wait for that pause menu. Well, you're going to wait. Hey Lamau. Yeah, this I'm not I'm not digging this. I get it. It's too cluttered for my taste. But then if I were to spread it out horizontally, I would gain this vertical space, but then I would lose this horizontal space, and this text would be like on 2 lines, and then it would look ugly. There's just no way to win this. Ah, designing interfaces on a single screen layout. Oh boy. So much fun. Definitely not my favorite. Definitely not. Like, I mean, no, there's no way to win this. Oh boy. Oh boy. I see no way I'm going to win this battle. Unless I do it like this. But that's gross, dude. It overlaps this. Smaller buttons would be the way to go. But then what about the text that gets displayed on the buttons? What about them? What about those? Let me check this out. Whoops. I mean, if I had a smaller button and I did them side by side like this, I mean, they're all of equal height, but if I did them like and then I push this a bit to the left, yeah, it still doesn't look great. Still, no, it doesn't look that good. Oh boy. It's the vertical height that's the problem. So I'd have to make a new set of buttons for the narrow ones on top. And I don't think I have those editable anymore. Yeah, dang it. Yeah. Let me check if I have graphics I can edit. Hopefully in PBS. Yes. Oh. Thanks the Lord. Praise the sun. If I were to take this and take a few points. What's this width? 46. If I do 52, I think what's the width of this? Get out of here. What's the width of this? 128, 64, but then you got the 1 pixel of shadow. Yeah, let's push it up by 2 more to keep it consistent, kind of. And I'm going to squeeze the stuff nice and gently. 1 2 1 2, and that gives me a narrow button, and Lord knows what that'll look like. Oh boy, oh boy, it's definitely not pretty. It's definitely not pretty. But what? Oh, this is already scaled? What? Huh. Interesting. Okay. So now I can squeeze 2 of those in. Yay. Dun, 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 dun. I don't think I'm going to do variations for all of the colors just yet. I think I'm just going to have one of these. Let's go like so. Get rid of this one. Decent. One decent. No, it's not scaled. Oh, no, right. I pooped my face. Not scaled because this is already at 50%. What am I saying? 200%. 200%. And let's clip it at this. And save it as Burton. And then I'm going to do N for narrow _2. 2. Okay, so we got the new stuff here, which I'm going to add to our main database of buttons. Where is this? Map button right here. If size LM when come on when n x y width height is going to be equal to width is going to be, what is this? Oh, I forgot. Oh boy. Huh, I forgot how I set up the buttons. Darken color, XY. Oh, so that's the XY. Ah, okay. The XY isn't used for much. Sure. Let's go X54. X54. Y 16. And now we get the width and the height, which is 114, and this is going to be 36. I mean, it's not a big difference. 2 pixels. What? Does this not include the edges? I feel like it doesn't include the edges. Let me actually check real quick. I feel like, yeah, because the offset is 2 by 2, so this is 11238, 11238, and this is 11238. Okay, so yeah, so this is not taken into consideration, the first 2 pixels. Okay, so it's 108. Where's this guy? 108, and this is going to be 30. Okay, so it doesn't take the shadow into. Okay. I get it. Don't set me on fire, please. Nope. CMD editable. I don't need this for now as well. And now we're going to have our buttons. Oh, the joy. What if you're aligning the button like the battle menu with the align button with no selected option? Huh. Oh, yeah. But no, I don't think I want this to be obvious and facetious and obnoxious. I need to add like the extra arrows, you know, to tell people that, oh, but then they might switch arrows thinking it's, I don't know. I don't know if I want to take the EBS approach exactly. Probably not. Probably. Just make the button shorter. Yeah. Buttons shorter. And poof. We got it. We got it. And now it's time to actually test those buttons out. Oh boy. I already forgot what my class is called. Common button. Common button. This one first. Button. Common button. Set bitmap. Actually, I think it's set button. 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 Let me check back. Set button. Yes. Size is going to be N, and the variant is going to be 2, and the text is going to be cancel. So let's do it. Set button. Size is going to be N. Variant is going to be 2, and the text is going to be cancel. Phew. Now we just gotta adjust the X positions, which is going to be dot bitmap dot not viewport, not rect, not width, minus let's give it an offset of 8, and src underscore. Wait, is it with srcs or small bitmap? No, it's actually a bitmap. Okay. That makes things easier. Bitmap dot width, and for the y coordinate we're going to go with viewport dot rect dot height. I know I see I spelled this wrong. With viewport dot rect dot height minus custom help, bro. Let's actually get this height. Def height and return at sprite panel dot bitmap dot height, and then we're going to use this height in our calculations as well. What is this? What is this? Help window. Okay. That height divided by 2 minus, and then we're going to use this bitmap height. Bitmap height divided by 2. This should position it nicely. Is there a way? Oh crap! Where I can disable calling the Pokemon in battle. Yeah. Again, I wasn't huge on Colosseum, or I haven't played XD at all, so I don't know how the whole shadow mechanics works. I have seen other people complain about. Actually, I can use the larger variant for this one, and then I'm going to slim it down for when you have multiple choices. Like I said, wasn't too big on the Colosseum thingy. I don't know how shadow mechanics actually works properly. But yeah, I've seen pseudonym, man. I've seen so many people complain about, oh my god, I'm calling my Pokemon and raising its accuracy instead. My life, no, give it back. But yeah. Right, selected. Oh boy. Okay. Very curious as to how you make those handlers with modules like you did with the pause menu. Well, it's basically you're just storing information for later use. So you store the code you want to run in a little structure thingy. I don't know what those are called, the process blocks in Ruby. So you got those. Okay, okay. Don't worry, the behavior is as planned. Don't worry. So yeah, with the modular thingy here and my module that I made for this, you pretty much, so you have the main hash, which stores the list of all the different menu stuff. And then when you add a new thing to the module, I mean, if you add a new entry, it basically just stores the stuff, new menu entry into the hash. It stores the name, the icon, and the process, and that's the thingy right here. So this gets called whenever you run the actual menu selection. The conditionals, so to check whether or not a certain thing is available from the handler, is stored separately, and this is to get them listed out nicely. And I also have this index right here. So I got the indexes because if I just stored it based on the symbol names, these items wouldn't be in the order you actually stored them right here, and instead they would be sorted alphabetically, because that's how it works. So bag would be at the top and then all the other stuff. But I do want it to go, you know, if you set Pokédex as your first item entry, Pokédex is always going to be first. That's why I have this little trick with the indexes right here. And then when I get like the elements right here, they get sorted depending on their index. And you also have this thing here which checks whether or not something is available, and then if it's available or not, you know, it's basically, it's just manipulating the hash, the main hash right here. And then you got extra functions like get name, get icon, get keys, all the different keys, and the entries that are inside right there. And yeah, run action, which is just going to call the thing. And I think that's pretty much it. Nothing too groundbreaking here. And then this thing gets referenced right here, you know, menu handlers that get keys and therefore valid entries, and then blah 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 blah. If the menu handler is available, it pushes it inside of here. And then this is like the main array that gets like used for all the other stuff when it comes to the visuals on screen. So I mean, it's nothing too complex. Of course, none of my stuff is actually too complex if you actually look into the stuff I do. I try to keep everything as simple as possible. But yeah, you got like bitmap, and then instead you use the menu handlers, get icon, and then get name for the text, and blah 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 blah. And then I've added this PN thingy, so it substitutes the PN. I'm actually sure that I could have just directly added. Oh no, I couldn't because the trainer global variable is not defined yet at this point. Never mind. But yeah, nothing too complex, methinks. Okay, so this is going to be confirm and this is going to be cancel. Confirm. And this is going to be N. Confirm. Confirm. Viewport, blah 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 blah. Actually, I can just copy this, and instead of by half, go up by a whole, and swoop-de-doop-de. We have a clip. This is going to be +2, +2, +2, +2, and cancel. Hermadur. Get rid of this guy. And there we go. That takes care of the positioning, and rest I gotta do is functionality. But I think I'm going to wrap up the stream on this note while we're still ending on a high note. If you have any questions, shoot them real quick. Otherwise, that's it. And can you just do my module hash get name, for example? 0 as a symbol. You can use 0 as a symbol. You can use numbers. You can use strings. You can use symbols. You can use whatever. But this way of grabbing stuff is not right if you haven't defined it. So usually when you use, like, if you have a module, and you use double colons, it's usually to fetch a constant. And constants aren't changed throughout the scripts, so of course constants aren't going to be very useful when it comes to our stuff. These are the class or module variables. These work a bit different. The reason why I've used class variables right here is so that I can define them outside, because the module is, like I said in my video, it's pretty much going to provide a namespace. It's a static class of sorts. So there's no def initialize, for example, and I don't need to initialize the module. It's going to be there from the beginning, and that's why I've used class variables, so I can like give them empty hashes right at the beginning, and then this stuff right here gets put into the hashes. But this is usually it's for fetching constants, so you wouldn't go about it like that. You'd actually have to define your function for something that if you have something of variable size, of variable functionality or whatever. You're going to do something this evening, but dude, I'm so sorry I wasted your time. I think this is your second time joining the stream, right? I think, like, or at least actively participating in the comment section. I've only seen you in the comments once before, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, again, apologies, you know, there's way better things you can do with your life, but instead there we are. Listening to me rambling about these things, doing all the noob mistakes when it comes to coding, doing ugly code like this. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to save this, and yeah, I don't want to go any further. I think I'm just going to finish up here. In case you guys haven't already, I keep advertising the Discord thingy. It's right. Where's my mouse? See right here. See this part right here. And this is the Discord link. Okay, so it says 0 people online again. I mean, dude, why you gotta do me like this? Refresh. Oh, it's probably because I closed Discord on my device. I think there's 30 or something people currently in the group. They're quite active. So if you have any questions, if you want to reach out to me, or if you want to reach out to some other talented coders, you know, we got Maruno there. He make Pokémon Ascension. He's very good, yes. But yeah, we got the Discord there. I'm way active on Discord. I really like Discord. Discord for me right now is the favorite app of choice when it comes to all this kind of IM and online conversation and stuff like that. So yeah, again, I keep advertising this every stream, but it's seriously dope. If you haven't already, the Discord is there. Join it. It's cool stuff. You're not losing anything by joining it. First stream I've seen you in which you managed to make yeah, I know what you mean. Boom, shots fired. I feel like you're teaching me stuff every stream, or if you want to read my stupid questions there. Yeah, if any of you guys, you know, are getting some kind of value out of these streams, then it's worth it for me, you know. What's the point of me talking to this mic and rambling on about and doing this kind of coding stuff if it's not useful for anyone? I'm trying to keep the commentary on point when it comes to the live streams. I'm trying to talk as much as possible, you know. I don't want to have those silent streams. I've tried to decide, you know, to put on some chill music in the background to have that as well. I don't know how the quality of this stream in particular is. I don't know if the audio crackling is still there. Hopefully that's eliminated. I'll have to check in the, you know, in the archived footage of it. But yeah, definitely, if you guys are getting any use out of these streams, if you're finding some educational, entertaining value, or if you just need some noise, you know, in the background while you do other things, hey, I'm game. I'm game, and I'm here to stay when it comes to these streams. So every Friday, again, the daylight savings time changed, so it's going to be 19:00 GMT or 7 p.m. GMT, which is 9 p.m. my time. As you can tell in the top, I got my time logged on the top thingy in the status bar. But yeah, if that's going to be all for this stream, I'm going to... You're streaming next week on my channel. Right, I was going... it's like, you know, per minute, it's about... Like, no, not per minute. It's per hour, it's $10. So, if you don't want, just let me know. I keep forgetting, you know. I'll give you my stream key and everything. I'll give you my password. I'll give you my bank account as well, so you can, you know, take the money from there. It's not an issue. Just let me know before I forget again. I'm very forgetful when it comes to these things. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here before I start rambling some more. And again, thanks for joining this stream. I hope it was okay. I mean, we got some decent stuff done. I had an idea and then I ended up doing it. I'll work on these interfaces more whenever I feel like working on them. And yeah, that's going to be it. So again, I iterate. Discord, that's like the best place to be at. Next week, every Friday, same place, same bad channel, same bad jokes if there are any. But yeah, I'm going to leave the end screen and that's it. 20 more seconds and bye-bye. Take care, you guys. See you around.